Channel 3 early warning weather.
Another dry day across Connecticut with June-like warmth as we get a little bit later into the afternoon. Over the last 6 hours, we have been tracking the progression of a cold front. Notice the showers across parts of Maine, approaching now New Hampshire and Vermont. That's the front itself, but it runs out of moisture by the time it gets to us. So we end up with increased clouds later on tonight, not much in the way of shower activities. We've got the second cluster of thunderstorms that's forming right now near Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia. The potential for severe weather is pretty high, especially in southern West Virginia into Kentucky, and the Storm Prediction Center is actually expecting to issue a tornado watch for parts of Kentucky here shortly. 75 now in Hartford, New York City, 73 in Boston and Albany, cooler to our north. Temps only in the 60s. Statewide, though, many of us have been able to jump into the 70s. The exception is along the shoreline, given the onshore wind direction. 71 in Washington right now, 71 in Stores, 74 in East Hartford, and 74 in West Haven. A live look on our iCam in Rocky Hill, again dealing with a bit of a haze in the skies from the Canadian wildfires. The jet stream continuing to transport that smoke from Western Canada all the way to us here in Connecticut. Very similar view on our iCam here in Old Saybrook. Look at the water, though, nice and calm. Wind gusts are expected to pick up as the day goes on. Temperatures topping out inland in the low 80s, at the shoreline in the mid, maybe upper 70s, depending on exactly where you are. Tonight, yard goats are back. 77 degrees for the first pitch, 68 clouds by the ninth inning. We'll watch clouds increase as the day goes on, too. Red flag warnings still in effect. Very low relative humidity. We've been rather dry, and we've got some wind gusts starting to pick up. So should a fire spark, it could spread rather easily. A higher risk for brush fires on days like today. As of yesterday, we have actually over an inch now of a deficit for rain for the Hartford area this month. But if we rewind back to the start of meteorological spring, we do still have a little bit of a surplus. But if we stay in this longer dry pattern, we could start talking about, lengthy dry spells and things like that. Futurecast for the rest of the night showing the increase in cloud cover. Again, not much of a risk for showers with this. We just don't have the moisture to support any rain. By the time we begin the day tomorrow, we're back to nearly full sunshine. Tomorrow trending even drier than today, but noticeably cooler at the shoreline and inland. Temps only topping out in the mid-60s despite full sunshine. Wind gusts will increase again, possibly as high as 30 miles an hour. So we actually have a bit of a fire weather risk tomorrow, too. It's very possible that we see another red flag warning issued. This will open the door for some frost on Thursday morning. We've been giving you the early morning on this all week. Temperatures likely in the mid to upper 30s inland to begin the day on Thursday morning, and then by Saturday we track our next round of rain. So soak up the sunshine while it's here today. Again, low 80s inland, 70s at the shoreline on the early warning 7-day. We've got a couple of things to watch here. The breezy and chilly conditions tomorrow, relatively speaking, of course, for this time of year. The potential for frost on Thursday. And Kara, I know a lot of weekend plans, things like that going on this weekend. Unfortunately, the showers do look most likely Saturday. However, Sunday we recover and keep the dry weather around into the start of next week.